I think it is something primitive that listen to this, a male that can sort of withstand self-abuse, like tattoos and doing extreme sports or jackass
slamming
kinds
Mountain Dews, all that kind of stuff.
No, more like jackass kinds of stunts is like saying, look how good my genes are. They can withstand all this.
It's kind of like, it's definitely like, it's like barbarism and like,
and in a primitive way that evokes something in women that need primitive sorts of stimulation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand that. I don't hate girls for liking that because there's certain things I like on girls.
Like what?
Well, I don't want to get into that.
No, yes we do. Striker, are you kidding me?
I can chime in here if you guys don't mind. I have a couple of friends who are in their daily lives as prim and proper women as they come. They're very they dress very formally. They have very normal jobs. They have very normal boyfriends. Everything.
To do with it.
And then I know exactly, but then they want to exercise their more subversive side, privately. And so I know one girl in particular who has 15 piercings in her labia, and she actually sews it closed. And so when her lover goes to make love to her, he has to literally unsew her. And you would never know, looking at this girl, talking to her, anything until she told you.
You just gave up her big secret.
Nobody. Hey, I didn't say her name, did I?
She turned her vagina into a chain purse.
Yeah. If you hear a suspicious noise, the girl's walking down the hallway. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
And look, here's the deal. That's somebody that was monkeyed with, for sure. When you have to do that, oh yes. And in fact, it makes me immediately think about female genital mutilation, that somebody did that to her and then she took it over on her own after that.
Maybe, but you never know.
I do know. That's what
I'm not saying you never know. I meant more in the general sense.
Drew, he didn't mean you,
Hold on.
Drew Pinsky.
Drew, I never know.
Drew's right.
All right, we have to take a break. We're going to sew our testicles together right now. And later on at home, we're going to have them unsewn by our female partners. And in Jose's case, that's still a female partner. What? I don't know. 1-800-LOVE-191. Jose, I'm sorry.
I don't understand.
Neither do I.
My little sister is listening to this right now.
I'm sorry, man. She's not that little anymore, is she?
Yeah, she's 15.
She's 15.
Hi, Ruby.
Audience.
Okay.
Hi,
Ruby, don't sew anything up. We're going to take a break.
No. Please, no. Don't even say that.
With Incubus and their light grenades and more of your calls in just a minute on Loveline.
800-LOVE-191. Now we are having communication issues.
Call Loveline. All right, thanks for listening to Loveline. This is a fun night because we got the guys from Incubus here. Light Grenades came out yesterday. Dr. Drew's here. I'm Stryker. Drew, we were just talking during the break in here about ODing on cough syrup and sleeping stuff. And
yeah, like you?
Like me. And I want to let you know, last night I took not a thing and slept fantastic.
Shocking.
So I took your advice, not only just to take a little amount, but I just went with nothing.
That would be nice. Well done.
Mikey had an experience as a young man with something like that, correct?
Young man, this was last week. I sleep terribly, and my mom has pills that she just gave me to help me sleep, and I took one, and an hour later I wasn't falling asleep, so I took another one, and then another hour after that I wasn't falling asleep, so I took another one, and then I slept for 18 hours and had the craziest dreams I've ever had in my life.
Drew, what causes the dreams and the getting out of bed and being jittery and not knowing what's going on and not being able to control yourself at all from seemingly just a little bit of extra liquid or an extra pill?
Opiates.
Yeah, I mean, to say it as simply as I can, you're on drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I bought them at Rite Aid.
Hey, man, I was on drugs.
And if you do not take medication in the doses in which they're meant to be used, you are going to get only side effects and encephalopathy and agitation and bizarre behaviors and thoughts.
The pills worked, for sure.
Yeah,
they worked.
You know, it's a great remedy for having trouble sleeping? Nonfiction.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep one next to your bed, Mike. If you can't sleep, just start reading about
just read Heidegger, Being in Time.
Yeah. Okay. And you'll bore yourself to the point where your eyes will just start closing.
Half a page
it's awesome.
later.
Yeah. And you learn stuff along the way. Good times.
Next time you can't sleep, just call me and I'll be right with you.
All right, perfect.
I don't mean come into your house, but I'll be like, no, I can't sleep either. And then how about this? You've
been to my house, man.
Yeah, it's nice.
it's nice.
Yeah, but I was thinking, on the phone with each other. We could each take a sleeping pill at the same time, and we'll talk to each other, and whoever falls asleep first loses.
Oh.
Billy, this is what it sounds like to be old.
Joseph in Las Cruces, Mexico.
Wait, before we get to
Yeah?
he's in Las Cruces?
Yeah.
But, hey, new male contraceptive may be going to come on the market within a few years that prevents the muscle from contracting to release the sperm.
A body condom?
Yeah, no, just a new strategy.
So wait, you don't actually ejaculate, but you still have an orgasm.
That's the theory.
Whoa!
Mentally,
Yeah.
I'm not down for that.
You know what? That can't be good for your body, though.
Well, it actually doesn't hurt anything as long as you're not happening repeatedly. And I have my concerns that it's going to affect orgasmic functioning when you're on the medicine. It only lasts for a few hours, really. But
right.
No more
but even then, guys are. Yes, thank you.
Jose. Facials, Jose.
Sorry, my bad.
Jose, in terms of ranking 1 through 3, facials, pearl necklace, and on yourself, rank those, please.
Well,
What about Tantra?
Tantra?
Tantra.
what's that?
Yeah.
Check. 1, 2.
All right, you don't
What,
have to
2?
rank.
I hear him.
Internal orgasm, Tantra.
How does that work?
You I don't know exactly, but supposedly according to the literature, like you practice the different Eastern techniques, and you actually
Inside of me?
No, you ejaculate, like you have an inverse orgasm, and you can have multiple ones, and then it could be multiple orgasmic.
Yeah, we heard Sting does it for like 18 hours straight. Really.
Yeah, you told me that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell every single person I know that.
Dr. Drew,
Hey, but don't you have to massage the prostate after you do that?
that's
No.
one way.
I don't
Dr.
know.
Drew, are there any other male contraceptives that are like on the market now?
No, there's nothing available yet, but there's many different strategies. The biggest problem is that there's really no way to suppress sperm production. It requires huge doses of medication to do that.
Right.
And even then, a few can slip through. So you have to figure out strategies for preventing the release or incapacitating the sperm.
Resource for
Nah.
So there's a lot
Resource
of
for
things
little
going on.
buggers, aren't they?
Yeah. Joseph, now you're on, man, in New Mexico. How's it going? You're 25.
Good, very good.
Good. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hey, I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard, first of all, I'm gay. And I've heard you say that HPV can also cause anal cancer.
Yes.
And I'm just wondering if I should get the vaccine. And
Yes.
if so,
Why not?
Get it? Oh, how
Why-
do I get it? Isn't it only approved for women?
It's only approved for women, but your doctor can choose to give it to you off-label. It's going to be approved for men, I can pretty much guarantee it. And if you want to wait until that approval is in place, that's a reasonable and safe thing to do. However, in the meantime, you're adding to your risk.
Yeah. Well, I am careful, but
All right.
I just.
But I would, if I were you, I would recommend it. I think it's a good idea. And if you find a doctor that's willing to issue it for you, I think you're in good shape. All right?
All right. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Joseph.
Is there such thing as I'm probably blowing it right now because I should have patented this before I bring it up on the radio, but is there a condom short? Like a short that's a condom that actually like prevents
Everything.
everything. There's the condom actually can prevent
Like a half of a body condom.
Well, no, like the condom can prevent a lot of sexually transmitted diseases
briefs.
and pregnancies, but like basically like boxer briefs that you step into. So
You are onto something.
no, but like because
That's a great idea.
there's like the I'm sorry,
No, I'm with you. I'm
going to
think about this.
Like,
Yes, I'm going to think about it. That's
and you
a great
can like
idea.
get stuff on your
What
balls.
am I just wearing your
and-
box?
Oh my God!
but you
You're
don't
a
think about
genius.
these things. So what if
You're
there was
a
a thing
genius.
that like
I'm with you.
stepped into, and then you could just have all the fun in the
You
world?
know what they can do? There's spray on latex and stuff.
Boys, but what if you got it in there?
In there?
You don't want it
in
in the
your
hole.
urethra.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah, but if it was the spray-on kind, like you'd have
There's
to
dip-on.
You'd
You
have
can
to be
dip.
prepared for it, wouldn't you?
There's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
dip-on latex?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, Drew, can you get herpes on your nuts if they're not?
Yes.
No, is it from the liquid actually that's
Yes.
hitting her infection and then hitting your
Yes.
nuts? So you can get it on your balls if she's a squirter.
That's why.
Yes.
That's why the condom's short.
Wow.
Yes.
So you can have a
Great.
condom on, and your whole shaft is clean as a whistle. Yet your testes have the herpes on there.
Or your mouth.
Yeah, that's the bum out.
But good times.
Yeah, lovely. All right, Drew, we're going to take a break and go watch some more videos on the YouTube and laugh and talk about music. And then
Look at
do
the
it
Family
on
Guy
the
stuff
air
on
as
YouTube.
well.
Or actually, the Family Guy stuff on the homepage of MySpace. It's very funny.
All right, we'll go look at that as well. Drew, have fun in Baltimore. We're going to talk to you in about 3 to 4 minutes.
All right.
And don't get crabs.
Yeah.
My buddy Dave has crabs, but his girlfriend is Sarah. She accepts him and loves him with all her heart, and I love that very much.
This I want to explore after the commercial.
We'll be back in a minute with body condoms.
Okay.